The story of humanity, as we are told, is a lonely one. We are the pinnacle of evolution on this planet, a singular spark of consciousness that emerged from the primordial soup and reached for the stars. Our history books begin with scattered tribes and culminate with our modern technological age. But what if this story is a lie? What if the book of our history is missing its most important chapter, the first one? What if we were not the first intelligent civilization to call this planet home? And what if our predecessors didn't die out, but simply left? Scattered across the globe, buried under miles of ice, or hidden in plain sight, are artifacts that defy every chapter of our accepted history. Geologists and rogue archaeologists speak in hushed tones of what the ground-penetrating radar reveals beneath the Antarctic ice sheet. Vast, geometric structures perfectly aligned with the cardinal points. Not natural formations, but the undeniable signature of artificial design frozen under a 2-mile-thick tomb of ice for millions of years. In the world's most desolate deserts, from the Sahara to the Gobi, satellite imagery shows enormous, vitrified platforms of fused black glass, areas where the sand was melted by a temperature far hotter than any volcano. These are not impact craters. They are flat, impossibly smooth, and sometimes arranged in grid-like patterns as if they were the foundations of a technology we cannot comprehend. And then there is the stone. In the Andes, in Egypt, in Japan, we find megalithic walls built with a terrifying precision. Stones weighing hundreds of tons are fitted together so perfectly that not even a razor blade can pass between them. There are no mortar marks, no chisel scars. This isn't the work of primitive tools. It is the work of a lost science, a technology that could manipulate stone as if it were clay. These anomalies are not isolated mysteries. They are the fragmentary fingerprints of a single, globe-spanning civilization. Long before modern science, our most ancient ancestors tried to tell us this story. The memory of this precursor race haunts our oldest myths and legends. The Sumerian texts, the oldest writings known to man, don't speak of gods in a metaphorical sense. They speak of the Anunnaki, those who from heaven to earth came. Beings of immense power and knowledge who ruled the world long before the first human kings. The ancient Vedas of India describe a legendary time before time, populated by the Asuras. These beings piloted flying machines called Vimanas, wielded celestial weapons that could level entire landscapes, and possessed a knowledge of the cosmos that seems eerily modern. Even the Dogon tribe of Africa holds a sacred, secret knowledge of the Sirius star system, including details of its invisible companion star that they claim was given to their ancestors by a non-human race who visited Earth in the distant past. Across countless cultures, the story is the same. A powerful, brilliant civilization of first ones walked the Earth. They were not gods. They were mortals, made of flesh and blood, but their understanding of physics and reality was far beyond our own. And every one of these legends ends with the same chilling event. They left. They vanished from the world after a great, world-altering cataclysm. Why would such a powerful civilization abandon a perfect world? A growing hypothesis suggests they had no choice. They possessed a deep, cyclical understanding of time and cosmology. They knew that Earth, like all celestial bodies, goes through periods of violent rebirth. Whether it was a recurring solar fury, a cosmic alignment that triggered devastating polar shifts, or the predictable outcome of a war that shattered the heavens, they knew it was coming. They saw the end of their world written in the stars. They understood that the planet itself was a failing machine, and they were not going to wait for the final catastrophic breakdown. So they enacted a plan of unimaginable ambition. They did not build arks to weather the storm. They built doors to leave the planet entirely. They engineered massive, energy-based transit devices, gateways that could bend space and time, opening a pathway to a new home in the cosmos. And the ruins of these devices, their power sources long dead, may still be standing today. Fringe theorists and geophysicists point to the world's great megalithic sites as the prime candidates. They argue that Stonehenge, with its precise astronomical alignments and unique resonant stone, was not a temple, but a machine. The sprawling stone rows of Karnak in France, a massive energy accumulator, and Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, the 12,000-year-old control center for a planetary evacuation system. These were not places of worship. They were the starports of the ancient world. But not everyone made it out. It's likely that a small portion of this first civilization was left behind. Perhaps they were keepers of the old world, or perhaps simply those who couldn't reach the gateways in time. When the cataclysm struck, this remnant survived, but at a terrible cost. The destruction of the biosphere and the collapse of their technology threw them into a dark age of amnesia and barbarism. They lost the old knowledge. They forgot who they were. Over thousands of years, these degraded survivors slowly began to rebuild. They are the missing link in our own story. The sudden, explosive appearance of agriculture, writing, and astronomy with the Sumerians and Egyptians wasn't an invention. It was a faint, fragmented memory reawakened in the minds of the distant descendants of Earth's first true civilization. We are their children, a species born from the ashes of a forgotten golden age. This leaves us with the most profound and terrifying question of all. If the first ones, our ancient ancestors, successfully escaped Earth's last great cataclysm, where did they go? Did they find a new home, a pristine world in some distant star system? Or are they closer than we think, patiently waiting in our own solar system? And if they survived, and if they retained their incredible technology, it is possible they have been observing us all along, watching their feral children rediscover the laws of physics and take our first clumsy steps back into the cosmos. The ultimate question is not where they went. It is, are they planning to return?